to your host for this evening, Els. Well, hello everyone, and a warm welcome to the 2026 BAFTA Games Awards with Google Play. We're coming to you direct from the Queen Elizabeth Hall on London's South Bank. I am your host, Els, and I just wanted to say off the bat what a huge honour it is for me to be here this evening. I began my career on YouTube at the end of 2018 as a way to explore something outside of my 9-to-5. But as we all know, there is nothing 9-to-5 about a career in games. I would rather say more from the minute you open your eyes to the moment you go to sleep at night. Before launching my channel, I was a lifelong gamer, and much like Link or Mario and Luigi, I have been in this game quite a while. Making content that celebrates games is something that I've loved for the best part of a decade, and it's fair to say that my career literally couldn't have begun without the titles that all of you here tonight had a part in creating. So, before we get started, I personally wanted to thank all of you. Having said that, though... Oh, a round of applause, yes. Having said that, though, two of my favourite games when I started out were The Sims and also Fortnite. So given the amount of money I have spent on expansion packs, V-Bucks, and also Final Fantasy VII figurines, if we're going to chuck one more in there, you guys, yep, yes, Final Fantasy, you guys are more than welcome to come up and thank me later on behalf of all the gamers. Now, we may have just been to the dark side of the moon, but in computer games, we go so much further. Games take us to the furthest frontiers of the human imagination, and what incredible imaginations this industry has to offer. They can also take us away from the horrors of the real world. I mean, you don't have to worry about ISA allowances in Mushroom Kingdom or renewing your fixed-rate mortgage in The Sims. No, you can just use the Motherlode cheat and get 50 grand instantly. Must be nice. Though there is a huge uptake of cleaning games at the moment, which are very much rooted in the everyday. If only I could be as focused on cleaning in my actual life as I am in Power Wash Simulator. Yes! When I tell you, I sunk so many hours into that game last year. Things needed cleaning, though, and I was the person to do it. I wouldn't be getting to do what I love every day if it wasn't for this vibrant community that these awards are all about. And as a self-confessed geek, it is great to be here amongst my people this evening. So, without further ado, let us take a look at some of the key moments from the games industry this year.
The dance begins. It's now or never.
What's it about? Revenge. Revenge!
Guns and violence, the whole damn world could be yours. Same as it ever was.
Welcome back. Just your run-of-the-mill, sad superhero origin story.
I found something new to live for.
This better work.
I'm not like you.
Good luck, Indy.
For those who come after.
Look at that. One take.
have been trying to avoid that all day. I wanted to watch it for the first time with all of you. And what a massive 12 months. We've really packed a lot into it. And that was just a glimpse at some of the many world-class games we've enjoyed that you created. And what a year it's been. Tonight, a staggering 42 games have made the list of nominations. And 1,700 BAFTA members have participated in voting. That is a record number of votes cast this year. With 6 nominations, Indiana Jones and The Great Circle gave Harrison Ford's knees a rest by turning him digital and passing voice actor duties over to Troy Baker. This is Troy's 6th BAFTA nomination as a leading performer across a stellar career. And he's here with us tonight, somewhere over there. Troy, hello. Fun fact, Troy is also the voice of Agent Jones in Fortnite. So if you need an actor to play anyone with the surname Jones, then Troy is who you call. Troy, I'm really looking forward to you playing the lead in a Catherine Zeta-Jones biopic very soon. We're lucky to have so many of our leading performers in attendance this evening. Erika Ishii is here as well from another of our BAFTA nominees from Ghost of Yote. Erika, that performance is truly stunning. I mean, the way you cut people's arms off and throw swords at them. Pure cinema. The best game category perfectly illustrates what a wide range of genres are being represented this year. From puzzle adventure blueprints to extraction shooter arc raiders, all the way to superhero admin sim Dispatch. Claire Obscure Expedition 33 is leading the pack tonight with an incredible 12 nominations. Claire Obscure is actually a reference to the Italian art term chiaroscuro, which I hope I didn't mess that pronunciation up, I'm sure I did. It refers to the way emotional drama can be created by contrasting light with dark. So basically just like all the best episodes of EastEnders, I guess. All in all, it's been an unbelievable year for players. Plus, it's a huge year for anniversaries. We've had 20 years of Gears of War. Yep. 25 years for Halo. $30 years for Crash Bandicoot, in case you weren't feeling old enough yet. Yeah. 30 years. For context, that's nearly as old as Grand Theft Auto 5 at this point. Sonic the Hedgehog will be drawing for his pension before we eventually do get a GTA 6. Also, get ready for this one, Mario just turned 40. Yep. Which presumably means he's going to start a podcast about the shrinking birth rate or keep continuing to save Princess Peach whilst also telling her he's not ready to settle down and he just needs to focus on his career. Sure, Mario. But the anniversary that shocked me the most when preparing for this was that Wii Sports turns 20 this year, which can't be right because I'm still 21, aren't I? It's like when Macaulay Culkin turned up in the new series of Fallout as a soldier. Macaulay Culkin is and will always be 9 years old. Right, enough of me. Let's present some awards, shall we? The thing I have always loved about gaming is that it connects you to people all over the world. You can play Halo with players in Honolulu, Valheim with players in Valencia, or Baldur's Gate with players down in Billericay. And now, more than ever, we need connection. So, to present the first award of the night, for multiplayer, a star of Claire Obscure Expedition 33, and he's nominated tonight for his role as Gustav. It's the devil of Hell's Kitchen. It's Charlie Cox.
Hello. Yes, I have only recently become an active participant in your incredible industry and have been overwhelmed by the response of the gaming community and the way you all pull together. If there's one thing I've learned from the film and television industry, it's how important it is to work as a team. And so I'm delighted to begin this evening's awards with multiplayer. Video games can be many things: town squares, battlefields, windows to other worlds. Whether the focus is on competition or collaboration, gaming proves time and time again that a problem shared is a memory multiplied. The nominees for multiplayer are
Top on! Wait!
And the BAFTA goes to Ark Raiders.
Thank you so much. Of course, this goes out to the incredible team back in Stockholm. This means so much to us. And one thing that was very clear to us when observing our players, it was clear to us also that the most important stories are not the ones that we write, but the ones that the players write for themselves, be it rivalry or spontaneous friendships. So this one really goes out to all of the players who fill the Rust Belt with life every night. Thank you so much.
Wow, what an incredible start to the evening. And of course, we've got a lot more awards to come, but that is not all. Tonight, we have 2 extraordinary musical performances, as well as some exclusive unseen sneak peeks from former BAFTA Games Award nominees and breakthroughs. More on those later, but let's move on to the second award of the night for artistic achievement. Games offer us escapism, taking us to worlds we couldn't even dream of. The imagination that magics up those worlds and the craftsmanship that goes into building them on our screens is down to the visual artists working on those games. Coming to the stage next is a walking work of art and imagination. My girl, actress, presenter, and the cosplay queen is Alice's Pixel.
As someone who spent more than my fair share of time working on perfecting a new cosplay or recreating a scene, I am painfully aware of the level of detail that goes into every aspect of the incredible work you all bring to the screen. Yep, every single frame, every single pixel or polygon you create involves effort worthy of celebration and gratitude. But the most accomplished games transcend the technical to become living, breathing galleries, their only limits being your imaginations. The nominees for artistic achievement are
The kitsune. The spider. The dragon. God. Saito.
Take this and go find your mama.
And the BAFTA goes to Death Stranding 2 on the Beach.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. While Mr. Kojima couldn't be here in person this evening, on behalf of Kojima Productions, we are incredibly honored to receive this award tonight. Would first like to say a massive thank you to everyone who worked on Death Stranding 2. Thank you for your hard work. Thank you. Would also like to thank our friends at PlayStation. Thank you so much for believing in Hideo's vision right from the beginning, so thank you. And of course, to all the porters out there who have been with us every step of the way, thank you so much. This is for you guys. Awesome. Thank you, BAFTA. Thank you all.
Up next to present Evolving Game is someone who's been in nearly 50 titles over the past 10 years. And now he's the Dark Knight Lego Gotham has called for. Please welcome Shai Matheson.
Thank you, Els. Thank you, Els. Don't you usually go over there? What an honor it is to be presenting.
Do the voice, Shai.
What an honor it is to be presenting at the BAFTAs here tonight.
Do the voice.
Els,
Shai.
we talked about this already. I'm not a performing monkey, all right? No, I'm a storyteller. No. You said I did 50 games.
Do it, and I will leave, I promise.
Fine. Alex wants it. I'll do the voice everyone here wants me to do. I'm Sylvando, darling! There you go. All right. I'm Batman. Now, can I please present my award?
Okay.
Thank you. Unbelievable. Evolving Game. Conceiving of and creating a hit game is already a huge achievement, but finding a way to maintain and sustain that magic for years after, that's truly exceptional. And the nominees are
Any hunter that wants to can get in on the action. Well, these are the worst of the worst. And you'll likely be grateful for the help. I know their weaknesses. Mr. Rengang, he's too impatient, and Miss Bai, well, she likes a drink. Don't know about the newcomer, Mr. Smith, though. He's the only wild card.
Enlist in the galaxy's elite fighting force. Together, they fight for freedom.
And the BAFTA goes to No Man's Sky.
You're a lot of... This is probably the worst thing to say, but there's so many people here, and it is my nightmare to stand in front of lots of people, and also smartly dressed. And so I was up there, and the thought that was going through my head was, please don't win, please don't win. And I was like, I think we're safe. The other nominees are so good. We're fine. But look, all I've ever wanted to do is sit in front of a computer and make video games. Not this, not in front of lots of people and things like that. You know, that's what I loved doing as a kid. Now I get to work with this incredible team who I love, and they're the best team. It is just like, it is such a fucking privilege to make video games every day. We have been working on No Man's Sky for 10 years now, and honestly, like, I fucking love it. I love it. I really enjoy my job. It is enough for me. It is hard at times, though, and making games, as you all know, is really, really hard sometimes. And so moments like this, they're lovely. Thank you so much. Thank you to the team. Thank you to the community. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Wow, what an incredible moment there. And I mean, as a gamer, I just want to echo that. We are so appreciative for all these amazing games, especially the ones here tonight. Games are nothing without their supporting cast. To present the award for performer in a supporting role, we are delighted to welcome the voice and motion capture performers from Resident Evil Requiem, Angela St. Albano and Nick Apostolides.
Can I just say what an honor it is to be standing here with the voice of Leon S. Kennedy, our resident daddy.
Thank you, Ange. And I'll say it again. You were incredible in Requiem.
Thank you. As we're here to present one of the Performer Awards this evening, perhaps you could give us a little taster of your work.
Ange, this is a prestigious crowd. I don't think they want to hear a random Leon line.
Oh, come on, we do.
We really have to move on.
No, go.
Okay, I'll do one. So after the show, where's everybody going? Bingo?
He got it.
There's an old saying in acting, there are no small parts. And the nominees in this category more than prove that point. Supporting roles, whilst not the protagonists, have the ability to elevate every scene they're in.
Even when they're not stealing the scene, their hard work and talent is world-building, driving narrative and making the tales they inhabit richer and more compelling. The nominees for performer in a supporting role are...
It's the powers. I can move 50 times faster than the average person, but I didn't realize until it was too late. I was aging 50 times faster when I used my powers. Nowadays, I'm moving slower than frozen piss to keep the old ticker from popping on me.
Then how old are you really?
I turned 39 a few months ago, but when the Dave & Buster's shit was lit. Let's introduce you to your team of losers.
They may have been in danger. Maybe this location has been compromised. Things change in the field.
There's a reason.
Protocol doesn't cover every contingency. You know that.
There's a reason it's protocol. We designed it to yield the optimal result in the vast majority of situations.
Was our entire team dying part of that optimal result?
And I thought you were so strong. I was so proud how you put that into your art. It was, amazing watching you pour yourself into it. It was like watching lightning strike.
With guns and violence, the whole damn world could be yours. Same as it ever was. No? Looks like you decided to trade in that rope for a stick this go-around. Well, I suppose even a porter has to pull the trigger from time to time.
I was such a fool. I never appreciated how precious our time together truly was. When tragedy befell us, I couldn't face the past. But Romeo kept the locket for me. To tell you the truth, I couldn't bear it. It was just too painful to see how happy we'd been. You swore the oath. When one falls, we continue.
Yes, I know.
When one falls. When one falls. Not if, when. We knew not all of us would make it, but we continue. As long as even one of us stands, our fight is not over.
And the BAFTA goes to... Jeffrey Wright from Dispatch. Unfortunately, Jeffrey can't be here this evening, but we will make sure we get this to him. Thank you.
We wouldn't be here tonight without our generous supporters. So in addition to our headline sponsor, Google Play, we would like to thank our official games partners, Allied Global Marketing, EE, Epic Games, and PlayStation. To present the award for British Game to British legends. One of them was famously faithful, but banished in the end. The other has definitely been an imposter on those occasions he streamed Among Us back in the day. Please welcome the traitors Jade Scott and the very sus Dan TDM.
Thank you, Els. Gosh, I'm a huge gamer, so it's quite overwhelming to be up here in front of all of you, but I promise it's just nerves. I'm innocent, I promise.
Don't worry. We all trust you. Once a faithful, always a faithful. Anyway, the UK games industry has a long and proud history of punching well above its weight. From their bedrooms in the 80s to the global powerhouses of today, British game designers have always been able to stand toe-to-toe with the best that the rest of the planet has to offer.
This award recognises those games across all genres where creative control and development were led by a British studio.
The nominees for British Game are...
They built hell in Cumberland. You're right, slap banging.
We drilled a little too deep.
The truth lies hidden.
Culture by the foot and bring it right to you.
Jimmy? Not interested. Not for a moment. That derelict was a death trap. Suddenly, it was all over.
The BAFTA goes to Atomfall.
Wow. 33 years in the game industry, we're still here. I want to say thank you to BAFTA, to the committee. I know how hard work this all is. I want to also thank you to DCMS for all the support they give to the games industry in the UK. I'd like to thank our partners, Microsoft, Steam, Sony. We couldn't be doing what we did without you guys. I want to thank my brother Jason. Unfortunately, he can't be here. He's a bit crazy. He came up with the crazy idea of Atomfall and the crazy setting, and he led us on a merry adventure to make a merry adventure. I really want to thank the team. Some of the guys are here. I'm honoured to be working with these guys. They're so talented. Every day I work with them is a day I thank. I want to thank as well our families. I want to thank our wives, our husbands, our children, our parents, who, are long-suffering and live with us doing our obsession making games. And finally, I want to thank our players. I want to thank the people who buy our games. We will be nothing without you. Thank you very much.
As well as tonight's ceremony being live-streamed, BAFTA in both New York and Los Angeles are hosting welcome parties. So hello from across the pond. I hope the champagne is flowing. Game designers set out the rules of the worlds that we play in, their internal logic, their furthest reaches, and their harshest parameters. In other words, game designers are basically gods. And when you think of it that way, they don't really need an award, being literal deities and all. But we want to celebrate them anyway. Presenting the award for game design, two prominent figures in the games industry, journalists, producers, and correspondents, Lucy James and Jane Douglas.
Thanks, Els.
Jane?
Thanks, Lucy. Game design can be a tricky thing to celebrate because some of the best game design is almost invisible to players. But things like how high a character jumps or how a spaceship accelerating feels are deliberate choices that require craft and expertise in order to deliver them in a way that just instinctively seems right. Lucy. Thanks, Jane. This award celebrates the best game design that captivates and engages the player. All areas of design were considered, from game mechanics and use of controls to intelligent level and world structure and pacing. Jane. Shall we see the nominees? I think we should see the nominees. Let's see the nominees. And the nominees are...
Care for a little wager here? Bet I'll take more of them than you. Let's see how strong you really are.
Time would wear us down, but with patience, we can withstand him until our night arrives.
Thanks, VT. And the BAFTA goes to... Blueprints!
Thank you. Designing a game, for me at least, was an adventure in and of itself. It's an adventure that sets you on a path with no clear trailhead, composing a melody without sheet music. I think for me, design, it's of utmost importance to explore untread spaces and unrealized mechanics and open doors to rooms that we've never seen before. I think that we should be carving stone in the medium, not tracing proven blueprints. I really should be thanking people, but I just wanted to shout out the medium, because this is my first game, but I've just fallen deeply in love with the medium, and playing all the games that you all have made last year and many years before that. I really just want to thank you all.
Back in January, BAFTA Games in Concert had a world premiere next door at the Royal Festival Hall. This was a landmark live concert showcasing 2 decades of BAFTA-celebrated games music. With a 65-piece orchestra performed live and conducted by Austin Wintory, it was a night to remember.
I think music as part of the game is such an integral part of the storytelling, and I think it's really important to be able to have some other way, I guess, of sending that message across. Having something like this, like celebrating game music, I think that's really elevating games where they should be.
Hi, I'm Austin Wintory, and BAFTA Games in Concert is a wonderful and exciting spectacle celebrating 20 years of BAFTA-nominated scores. It runs every conceivable genre of both music and games. It's a very special concert. There's none quite like it. It's really quite an experience.
And the BAFTA Games in Concert will be on tour, actually, around the UK from the 23rd of May into early June this year. Keeping with the music theme, we have an exclusive performance now from someone I truly admire and I am honoured to call a good friend. She's a streamer, a lover of video games through and through. She's a songwriter with one of her breakout hits, Stay the Night, being streamed over 400 million times. She also became a mum this past year and continues to demonstrate that she really can do it all. Her new single is a love letter about how she's raising her daughter, Junie, in today's world and the realities of that. So please welcome her to the stage. It's Talia Ma.
Saying yes to every day, no is rude. A boy like you're lucky to find someone. Think about what's on the plate, don't you dare gain the weight. Leave the food, it's up to you. How will you meet someone if you're not given picture perfect magazine? Picked a boy stuck with a broken seams. I'll teach my daughter what it means to be a woman. 'Cause what makes it late is not what I'm raising. I wanna show her a world where no means no. If you wanna leave, you go. Picking yourself apart gets you nowhere, but it makes you insane. Careful of the words you use. It's not ladylike to let loose. Forget this, forget that too. They wanna censor you. Disguise it as politeness. You get silenced if you fight it, and they mind it if you mind it. So it's best to be reminded that I'll teach my daughter what it means to be a woman. Oh, what makes her late is not what I'm raising. I wanna show her a world where no means no. If you wanna leave, you go. Picking yourself apart gets you nowhere. It makes you insane to be a lady. Would be ashamed to dull your voice. It'd be ashamed to not have choice. It'd be a shame for other women to sit and poise yourself for points. And in the end, who really wins when you're so well-spoken and slim? You spent all your extra hours being a man's perfect sin. 'Cause what makes a lady is not what I'm raising. I wanna show her a world where no means no. If you wanna leave, you go. Picking yourself apart gets you nowhere. Makes you insane to be a lady. Would be such a shame.
Wow. What an incredible performance there from Talia Ma. Another round of applause. Thank you so much, Talia. Up next, our presenter for animation picked up a BAFTA last year for Game Beyond Entertainment. And later this year, will be picking up his sword once again in House of the Dragon Series 3. It's actor and game developer Abubakar Salim.
Good evening. If art is the body, animation is the soul, breathing life into the game's characters and world, informing and manipulating how they make us, the player, feel. The nominees are
I would like to make you an offer. In exchange for dispatching and mentoring, SDM will make you mentor again. But this time with all the resources that a company as big as ours has at their disposal. Your experience, your work ethic, your perspective, it's all invaluable.
Situ Rainu. Why do you always call me that?
It means one who is easily lost in the hunt.
You truly think you can stop time?
I don't fear you. You fear me.
Well, she's a scary one.
We got your back, sister. So just keep moving forward.
Go!
And the BAFTA goes to Dispatch!
Wow, what an honor. Thank you so much. And I'm such a huge fan. First of all, thank you to all of our dispatchers. The passion and joy you guys bring, it just makes such a joy to work on these things. And for us, it was like so redeeming. Very big thank you to our ad hoc team and our developers. The bold vision that they had to embrace a traditional animation pipeline, to me, was incredible. And the fantastic writing and the amazing, passionate direction and art direction just are the elements that make an animation project sing. I also want to say a huge thank you to our Uku creative team back in BC for the storyboard and editorial teams. You guys just brought pure magic to this show. And I wanted to say an enormous thank you to our amazing animation vendor partner, Igloo Studio, for their incredible craftsmanship. Matt, thank you. And thank you so much.
There's no getting around it. The technological achievements in the gaming industry are mind-blowing at the moment. I have a first-class degree in IT, and I once built a computer from scratch, so I like to think I know a thing or two about technical achievements. I don't want to brag, but I nailed it, not once, but twice, with the help of my friend, who actually was the one who got it turned on. Double Fine Productions burst onto the scene over 25 years ago with Psychonauts, and this year they tested technical boundaries of their own with the beautiful and surreal world of Keeper. Their creative lead is here with us to present this next award, Lee Petty.
Every year, the very essence of what games can be is blown apart by those innovators who refuse to accept impossible and find new ways to expand the palette and potential of video games as a whole, defining not only the present, but the future of how we all play. This award celebrates the highest level of technical achievement in a game. All elements of gameplay, programming, and visual engineering were considered, including physics, engine mechanics, and visual rendering. The nominees for technical achievement are
Targets identified.
Impact confirmed. The player has been activated.
Follow my lead. Are you for real, Zoe? I wrote it when I was a kid. What sort of double child were you?
Hands above your head.
What now? Ah! I did not sign up for this! Brace yourself, Zoe!
Creatures such as you and I cannot resist the call of revenge.
Circle must be complete to what? There's a trigger.
And the BAFTA goes to Ghost of Yote.
Wow, this is incredible. I'm here to accept this on behalf of the unbelievable engineering team at Sucker Punch, Adrian Bentley's team, started by Chris Zimmerman, and the incredible tools, rendering, gameplay, animation team, incredible engineering. But at least I want to shout out that for a game like ours, the technology is more than just the engineering team. Of course, it's the technical animators, it's the tech artists, and it's every artist who's contributing to the game. It's such a technical endeavor, and I'm so appreciative and grateful for all of them. So for everyone who contributed to this game, this is for you. Thank you.
I have traveled the world as a content creator, presented on many landmark stages, and I was recently called an all-round baddie by Glamour UK, which I'm very happy about. But nothing makes me more proud than when my nieces, aged 2 and 5, FaceTime me to tell me they've been watching my videos or headbanging to my radio show. That was the 2-year-old, by the way. We've definitely got a mini rocker on our hands. After all, what could be more important than family? Presenting the award tonight for Family Game are 2 actors from the wonderful Eternal Strands, James Foon and May Mack.
The best family games do a seemingly impossible job, creating a game simple enough for a beginner to be able to enjoy, whilst also being rich and challenging enough to keep hardy veterans engaged.
So you mean playing with your 5-year-old and your 85-year-old now?
Yeah, exactly.
Love it. And actually both those age groups would probably beat me in a game. And the nominees for family are...
My singing is that powerful?
It's an action-packed contest for the most golden bricks. Change up the game every time you play.
So many awesome choices.
And
The
the
BAFTA
BAFTA
goes
goes
to...
to...
Lego Party!
Thank you. At SMG, we set out to make games that bring people together, and this means the world to us, just like getting into family, so thank you. We want to say a big thanks to our published fictions for helping us get across the line and bringing that to the world. To Lego, it's been a dream come true project for us, and to be able to play with Lego every day professionally, winning. To our players, thank you for being a part of our joyful chaos. And to the team at SMG, look, we put out everything into this game, so thank you for the love, care, craft. Thank you. Thank you, BAFTAs.
On to audio achievements. Now, one of my greatest accolades in life was when I got 100% in Guitar Hero. I was supposed to be revising for my GCSEs at the time, but honestly, it was worth it for that sense of accomplishment. Although I do think my invitation to be included into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame must have got lost in the post, I guess. Here are two people I love dearly, despite their questionable choices of football teams. Two of my good friends, one known for his big eats and the other for his sick beats. It's Big Zoo and AJ Tracy. Actually, before they get started, I do want to take credit for Big Zoo's Guitar Hero career.
No, listen, I'm still stuck on Hit Me With Your Best Shot, Guitar Hero 3 Medium. So you haven't helped me at all. Trust me, I'm stuck. Listen, I know a couple of you thinking, what are these rappers doing here? They probably spend all their money on cars and jewelry. Well, no, I spent a lot of money on NBA 2K VC, and AJ Tracy, are you ready for this? Spends all his money on League of Legends.
I spend a bit too much. I don't really want to disclose how much I spend, but as rappers, we know a little bit about audio achievements.
Yeah, amazing. And I'm not going to lie, Els, well done on the 100% on Guitar Hero.
Thank you. Is there an award for that? Or?
And the nominees are...
So you want me to sit in an office and dispatch heroes? What's dispatching mean to me?
Oh my god, hello? Is this SDN?
The bar is very low with this group.
Well, it's not low for me.
Get ready.
Legends say these relics hold a force. They could change the course of history.
You're messing with powers beyond your control.
And the BAFTA goes to... Dispatch.
Wow, okay. I'm not good at speaking in front of people either. Shout out to No Man's Sky. This is an incredibly humbling moment. Thank you, first off, to BAFTA for even considering us for this award. It is an honor for us to be put in a place with our peers, some amazing nominees, incredibly stacked category. And I think I can speak for the entire studio when I say we're really happy just to be invited. I would like to say, first, thank you to my fellow audio department T, Diego, our technical sound designer, our contractors, Chayam, Nick, Lazar, everyone over at Studio X, Paul, Greg, and Rob, for the many long hours spent dedicating your talents and energy towards the storytelling of Dispatch. Thank you to our directors and our producers for your guidance, vision, and leadership. It is a privilege to work among a team of extremely amazing and talented developers, and we are proud to have made a meaningful contribution to a story so many people have enjoyed. Thank you very much.
Music is the perfect tool to emphasize emotion in a story and in our day-to-day lives. For example, I am an extremely nervous flyer. Turbulence is not my forte at all, but I do like to add drama to the situation. So whenever I'm in turbulence, I have the hurry music from Final Fantasy VII loaded up and ready to make me spiral even more. This next presenter is no stranger to making iconic moments through music. He helped define the audio identity of James Bond across 5 consecutive films. Here to deliver the award for music, please welcome David Arnold.
Thank you for pretending to recognize me. I've always believed that music is storytelling, guiding emotions, shaping expectations, holding our hands as we make our way through a film. It lands and stays with us long after the credits roll if we've done our job properly. But video games do something different, and that thing is extraordinary. Their music doesn't just accompany the story, it responds to it. It adapts to your choices, your timing, and your journey. And where film music follows a path, game music creates possibilities. Tonight, we celebrate the composers who build these living, breathing musical words in which we both play and believe. And the nominees are... And the BAFTA goes to The Ghost of Yoti.
How has nobody ever given a speech like this before? I am not Toma Otoa, but I accept this on his behalf. He's in Japan right now. And, you know, music has such a special role in games in that it makes people feel. And it has the power to make people feel joy, to make people cry, which is what I really love, and to make people feel excited. And the number of people that pulled that off for Ghost of Yotei is monumental. Toma did a great job on the score. We had additional music from Masato Shibata and Oki Kano. And just so many people across our PlayStation Creative Arts team on the editorial side, on the direction side, Chad Cannon, so many people that this award is for, and I gratefully accept it on their behalf. Thank you all so much.
And now I have a small surprise for you. A Bond song is a cultural moment. 62 years after everyone's favourite secret agent hit the world cinema screens, the song still invites endless speculation and excitement. So when IOI and Eon asked me to write the theme song for 007 First Light, my first thought was an immediate yes. And my second was, who could my collaborator be? Who could bring elegance, mystique, style, and considerable writing expertise to deliver a song that invites you into the world of First Light, but also worthy of its place in the canon of Bond songs? Well, for me, there can only really be one person. And so it is my absolute pleasure to present, in a world exclusive, the title sequence and official theme song for 007 First Light, performed by Lana Del Rey.
It's the first light of day when you wake. Is it real or is it fake? Your strength is your youth, just use it and follow the music play. Promise you'll never change. Can't say I'm surprised to see you running towards the sun, like I'm up to a flame. People try and stop you, all the fates just to watch you. Dying just to know whether you'll play your life like the game. Baby, come on. You know what you've always wanted to do. Live this one life for you. Can't say I'm surprised to see you running towards the sun, like I'm up to a flame. People try and stop you, but all the fates just to watch you. Down just to know whether you'll play your life like the game.
what an amazing exclusive here at the BAFTA Games Awards this evening. Now, earlier this evening, I talked about games anniversaries, and there is one that I missed off that is very important to me. It is, of course, Final Fantasy. Yes, I'm talking about it again. This July, it will be 25 years since the release of Final Fantasy X. And to bring us back to that moment in time and make us feel a little bit nostalgic, performing Suteki Dane, BAFTA Breakthrough Composer Mark Choi and the Sonaris Ensemble. Let me tell you, keeping that performance a secret has been one of the hardest things. Can we get another big round of applause for Mark Choi and the Sonaris Ensemble? Here at BAFTA, one thing that unites us across every one of our awards is the art of storytelling. A great story keeps us turning the page, glued to the screen, and in the case of games, so immersed in the outcome that we're ready to rage quit if one of our favorite characters dies. To present the award for narrative in a video game, I am honored to be joined by an actor who is one of only a handful of women to take on one of my favorite characters of all time, Lara Croft. It's the versatile Alex Wilton Regan.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for such a gorgeous welcome. It is truly an honor to be your next Tomb Raider. In video games, story isn't something you simply watch. It's something you live. You step inside it, shape it, and carry it with you long after the screen goes dark. That's what makes this art form so extraordinary in its scale. Because in games, narrative is never just one path. It branches, it twists, and responds, inviting us to explore every choice and consequence, making it feel like the story can't live without us. And behind every unforgettable journey is a team of talented writers, crafting meaning from this complex web of options and outcomes. Tonight, we're here to celebrate the very best of that craft. And the nominees for narrative are
Expedition after expedition have tried to stop her. Idealists, fighting for the future of Lumiere. Academics, obsessed with the secrets of the monolith. And those poor souls who just want their deaths to mean something.
Legend says that the Great Circle does have some power. Something about its geometry. A deeper force that connects these sites.
This is far beyond your understanding. You don't know its power.
You're still making it about yourself. Just look at us.
I've been waiting ready.
I just wanted to find a way out.
Of the Mount Holly Estate in Reddington, to publish and declare instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils.
I have concluded a very fragile truce with Sigismund, and if anyone should disrupt my plans with headstrong acts of violence, there will be consequences.
And the BAFTA goes to Kingdom Come: Deliverance 2.
Well, this is unexpected. Holy shit. Give me a hug. Obviously, this belongs to the whole team. We poured our hearts into it for 6 long years. So thank you to everybody. Thank you to you guys. Thank you to BAFTAs. And especially, thank you, as I said, to the team, especially to Daniel Vavra and all the narrative designers, to Martin Klima, to Viktor Bocan, to Martin Frivaldsky. Thank you, guys. In the end, fortune favors the brave. Thank you.
It's important on nights like tonight to take a moment to remember those we've lost and to whom we give thanks. For many of us who have lost loved ones, games provide comfort during hard times and, in particular, during grief. Having lost my mum a few months ago to cancer, I can't even begin to imagine what it would have been like without having games to turn to as a distraction during one of the most difficult parts of my life, and I'm sure that anyone who has lost a loved one can relate. So on a deeply personal level, I just wanted to thank everyone that pours love into the video game industry, because you really do help people more than you realise, and I think it's so important that you know that. Let's take a moment to reflect on some of the remarkable people the industry has lost this year. Some incredible people whose legacies will live on in the inspiration that they give us all. Now, our next award is for new intellectual property. We have reached a point in gaming history where there are so many legacy titles and deeply loved franchises that bringing out a new game in itself is a massively brave thing to do. But it's a testament to the original thinking of the industry that we are still seeing new games reach the market that instantly feel like classics. To present this award, please welcome the star of the upcoming Mortal Kombat movie, who'll be playing the legendary Liu Kang once again. It's Ludi Lim.
I just wanted to say how incredible it is to be here amongst your creators, performers, story weavers. Without you, I wouldn't have a job playing Liu Kang, and God, man, I love playing him so much. Every iconic franchise we enjoy today began its life as a single original idea. Tonight, we take a look at these brave creators who took the leap and put their faith in something new. This category recognizes those teams who didn't just give us a new game. They gave us new worlds, new experiences, new ways to play. The nominees for new intellectual property are
Up there, the roads are twisted. The rules are gone. But if you were brave enough to wander and seek, who knows what you might find.
I took inspiration for this story from when me and my sister were younger. Look at all of this. It's amazing.
I base the story around my dad. All I can do is write this silly story.
Bonjour, mes amis.
We need to cross the sea? Bulger said you could help?
All right. Ready to sail like a snail.
You were always one of us. From day one. What if deciding, making choices was never anything more than just an illusion?
Oh, chill out.
I'd normally say cut her, but the way things are going, I'd cut the whole damn team.
I'm seeing these things.
You can see strands. And now you're looking for a creature. You're a weaver, aren't you?
And the BAFTA goes to South of Midnight. Flawless victory.
I feel like they called the wrong Guillaume today. It's an act of bravery and an act of vulnerability to create anything new. When we started on South of Midnight, it felt like we were jumping off a precipice, trying to make something different that the team wasn't familiar when we started. And then we did our homework. We went to visit the places. We worked with the people. Whitney, our wonderful art director, helped build everything in terms of the world. And the team rallied around the idea of representation, the idea of actually being able to sit, listen, and work with the people who we were depicting in the game. So, yeah, we have a powerful medium and a powerful voice. And I think it's our responsibility as a voice to encourage diversity, to encourage games that are speaking truth, of empathy, of caring for people, values that we wish the world around us would be filled with. So, by all means, this was really unanticipated. I had not prepared a speech. I was absolutely certain I was not going to win. So,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Occasionally, a new studio lands on the scene that makes such waves it's impossible to ignore. This is the award for Debut Game, and making their debut as BAFTA Award presenters this evening are big boys Dylan Llewellyn and Bridgerton's Emma Naomi.
As the gaming industry has matured, whilst it continues to celebrate those legendary figures that kick-started everything and the many recognisable experiences they've given us over the years, it's also vital to look to the future.
An industry is worth nothing if it rests on its laurels, and this award celebrates those games that prove beyond doubt that the next generation is in safe hands.
And the nominees are...
Break the cycle, so she can't steal anyone else's future.
This world is full of wonders.
Yet everywhere we go, we walk with death.
Fire? I'd almost forgotten how it felt. You're the caretaker of this little firecracker?
Is that your car?
I don't have a car.
That's gonna be a weird insurance claim.
And the BAFTA goes to Claire Obscure Expedition 33.
Wow. An award for debut game. It is the debut game for the studio, but I think this award will also have a particular flavor for most of the team. For many of us, it's also simply our first game. This journey started for me when I was still in video game school. I received a call from Guillaume, here, hopped on a train for the south of France and started working on the vertical slice. During this time, and the years after, everyone tried to input their passion into this game, and I think being here tonight is the result of a truly deep and passionate work from all the team. And yes, a first game is always a massive challenge, but the team crafted so many lovely memories along the way, memories to cherish forever. To all game devs around the world, please continue to create memories, not only for the players, but also for yourselves. Finally, in front of a room full of incredible people, I'm happy to be able to thank my family, my wife, and Sunfold for their long-time trust. Thank you.
I love games that bridge the real world and the virtual worlds. Our next category, Game Beyond Entertainment, honors games that create positive impact, highlight underrepresented communities, and leave a lasting impression long after we stop playing. To present this award, I'm delighted to welcome two of the stars of this year's Best Game nominees. Dispatch, it's Sean McLaughlin, or as you may know him, Jacksepticeye, and the brilliant Erin Yvette.
I've played a lot of games in my time, so when you find one that's trying to do something different, it hits really hard.
Game Beyond Entertainment celebrates the games that challenge our definition of the art form, whether it's engaging with intimate personal struggles or connecting us across cultures and identity. Each of these games roots the player inside a powerful perspective that you don't just play, you experience.
Video games are a uniquely interactive medium, and these titles allow us to explore the human condition, leaving us with new ideas and points linger long after our PCs and consoles are powered down.
And the nominees are
places to explore, new things to discover, and dangers that I need to handle.
And the BAFTA goes to Despelote. Sadly, Despelote winners are not with us here tonight, but we will accept this award on their behalf and make sure it gets to them. Thank you.
The fellowship is the highest accolade bestowed by BAFTA, celebrating exceptional individuals who have driven innovation, creativity, and positive change in the screen arts over the course of their career. Here to tell us more about this year's recipient is someone who knows all too well about taking a small idea, nurturing it, and turning it into a lasting legacy. Please welcome co-founder and general partner of London Venture Partners, David Gardner.
BAFTA is proud to celebrate the creative voices shaping the future of games. Tonight, we also shine a spotlight on a sector that has transformed how billions of people around the world play, mobile. Ilkka Paninen is the co-founder and CEO of Supercell, the Finnish studio behind some of the most successful and influential mobile games ever created, including Clash of Clans, Clash Royale, and Brawl Stars. Under his leadership, Supercell has helped redefine what mobile games can be, combining global scale with a distinctive philosophy built around small independent teams, what the company calls cells, empowered to create bold ideas for players everywhere. Ilkka's path into games began in an unlikely way, at just 22 years old, fresh out of university, with no real experience running a company. He found himself suddenly given the title of CEO at a small startup simply because someone had to take the job. That early experience in the mobile games industry would eventually lead him to found Supercell, with a vision of building a company made up of independent creative teams working together to create games that could be played for years and remembered forever. Since founding the company, Ilkka has championed a culture rooted in trust, openness, and collaboration. He still personally meets every new hire at Supercell, reflecting his belief that great games come from great teams, not just talented individuals, but people who work together with chemistry and shared purpose. As Supercell celebrates 15 years, which is incredible, its games continue to reach hundreds of millions of players worldwide, helping to shape the mobile games industry as we know it today. Beyond Supercell, Ilkka is also committed to giving back, supporting entrepreneurs as an investor and mentor, and through his charity, the We Foundation, which backs initiatives focused on improving the social and mental well-being of children, young people, and families. Tonight, BAFTA is proud to honor Ilkka Paninen, a visionary leader whose work has helped define an entire generation of mobile games, and whose commitment to creativity, community, and giving back continues to inspire.
I spend hundreds and hundreds of hours playing Clash of Clans.
Supercell's had a spectacular track record, as good or better than anybody in terms of their shots on goal and how many times they scored.
Supercell is such a role model for the industry in many ways. It's focused on independent teams with real ownership, long-term thinking over short-term optimization, the way they engage with the audience and build community.
Don't think I've been to a board or investor meeting in which someone hasn't brought up the Supercell model.
Super rare.
A lot has been written and talked about on our culture. That is Ilkka through or through.
I met Ilkka in 2007 when Microjogs, a Spanish game company, got acquired by Digital Chocolate.
I just really was delighted to have the chance to work with Ilkka. He had all the characteristics to be a successful CEO and a great creative leader.
What made a big impression on me was how deeply he cared about the teams and the games they were building.
He changed my views of leadership, putting teams and studio culture first.
He can juggle these two things of being this super sharp business person, but then on the other side, he's this loose cowboy startup character that wants to take big, bold risks.
I think what's inspired me the most about Ilkka is his ambition, and that has always gone far beyond just, building a great company. He cares deeply about doing better for the industry at large and for the world.
Ilkka is just a really, really kind person. He cares about people, and he's always there to help others. Beyond games, he's also leading the work we have done with Messe at the We Foundation to fight social exclusion.
He's a really good egg. He's a really good human being.
He is one of those rare individuals who truly is that kind, compassionate, and caring.
By leading this way, Ilkka, you've inspired studios across the globe.
If there were more leaders like Ilkka, we would see more thriving workplaces, better products, and more positive impact on society overall.
Your impact goes far beyond Supercell. It's in the studios you backed, the founders you supported, the leaders you shaped.
I feel very proud to work at Supercell because of that.
Congratulations, Ilkka.
Congratulations.
Huge congratulations on the BAFTA Fellowship.
Congratulations again. I love you.
I'm so happy for you and your team. Congratulations.
Victory!
It gives me the greatest honor to present the BAFTA Fellowship to Ilkka Paninen.
Thank you so much. This is an incredible honor. When I looked at the previous BAFTA Fellows, I see people who were all like my childhood heroes, and people shaped how I think about games, how I felt in love with games, and just to be recognized alongside them feels like unreal, to be honest. I also wanted to make something clear, if it wasn't clear from David's introduction. I actually have not created any of Supercell's games. I mean, none of our hit games are my ideas. So people ask me all the time, if that's the case, what do you actually do then? So my parents ask, my kids ask. It's a fair question. So what have I been doing then the last 26 years? And I think the honest answer is that I've been trying to build an environment where incredibly talented, creative people can do the best work of their careers. And as David said, at Supercell we call it the cell structure, so these small independent teams with the creative freedom. So in sort of a funny way, my product isn't actually the games. I feel my product is the culture and the organization that has enabled other people to create these great games, by way which I realize might be the least exciting thing anyone has ever said on this stage. Organizations are hardly as exciting as games, but I'm genuinely proud of it. Also, I believe this is probably the first time the BAFTA Fellowship recognizes the role of mobile games, and that means a lot. I mean, not just for Supercell, but I believe for the entire mobile games industry, and all of the amazing people who have helped build it. And some of them, including our partners from platform side, are here tonight to celebrate it. So people sometimes ask me, what does it feel like to do what I do? And the best way I can describe it is, imagine getting to be part of something that you're deeply passionate about, getting to do it every day with people who are incredibly smart, but yet very nice people, and then somehow you are able to call it work. And, you even get paid for it sometimes. So I just feel super lucky to be part of it. Most importantly, I also want to say to our players and the content creators, the community around Supercell games is something truly special. I mean, your passion, your support over all of these years has meant everything to us at Supercell, and we obviously would not be here without you. And then to my dear Supercell colleagues, some of whom are here tonight, I want you to know it really should be all of you standing here with me right now, every single one of you. I mean, this award belongs to you, to every game developer, every artist, every programmer, every designer, and every other person at Supercell, past and present, because you've poured your heart and soul to our games and building a company. So please do take pride in this award, because this award is yours. And then finally, to my wife Sirku and to my family, you have somehow put up with someone who has spent last 26 years trying to be the world's least powerful CEO, and I still can't fully explain what I do for a living. But thank you for your love. Thank you for your support through all of this. It really means more than I could ever express in words. And then finally, thank you to BAFTA. I'm so extremely, deeply honored, and this means so much to me and to everybody at Supercell. Thank you.
Congratulations once again to Ilkka there. Now, our second exclusive games trailer has been so cool. It's aptly about a friend group going on one last final adventure together on the last day of term. So let's have one final adventure here tonight from previous BAFTA winners, Annapurna. I am very excited about this one. It's Mixtape.
Hello, you cheeky BAFTAs. I'm Johnny Galvatron from Beethoven and Dinosaur. We made The Artful Escape, and now we're making Mixtape. I've got some of it right here on this Betamax.
Mixtape is about 3 teenagers on their last day of high school going to a party together. And here's a level we made about escaping the police in a shopping trolley.
shopping cart onto the I-19 at high speed.
Never been on a runaway shopping trolley before, but I really want to make that an experience that I do at some point. To present the award for performer in a leading role is a BAFTA award-winning actor soon to appear in 007 First Light. It's the incomparable Lenny James.
Good evening. So as I found out recently, acting for games is kind of hard. It's unlike being on stage, which is live and immediate. This work can take months and months and months and years. And you go into motion capture sessions and then you end up in a tiny padded room where you're recording lines alone and in silence and in the dark. So this award goes to those actors who didn't just overcome all of those challenges and provide a character with a voice. They breathed life into code with their exceptional talent and their commitment. So the nominees are...
Why did you join the expedition? I mean, the Gamage, I understand the rest of the team's decision, but you're half their age.
Here seemed better than in there at the time.
It's natural. Wanting to escape a life you don't want.
Now, what is a coward turn to banditry? You should have been a knacker. You still have your head on your neck. And your own seat in the tavern.
Shut your stupid mouth. You have no idea who you're talking to.
Yeah, to a weasel. Who shoots from the bushes instead of a fair fight.
I don't want to die in that suit. I think for a long time, maybe I did. It was the only option. Whether it was the suit exploding or just me keeling over in it as an old man, figured my story would always end in there. But not so much anymore.
They're gonna fire me?
I told you that running off during midterms would get you into trouble, old boy.
Okay. Look, Marcus. I can't stop now. I'm committed.
Do you mind?
How much am I worth? To the Yorte 6. Lord Saito is cheap.
Everywhere we go, just death. Death and more death. Everywhere we go, just death. I don't want to see that anymore.
Look, my
I
Elliot.
thought you would understand. You said you spent your immortality burying the people around you. Doesn't any of this bother you?
The BAFTA goes to Jennifer English.
Okay, so I was sorting out my stuff the other day, and I found my vision board photographs. You know, you make a vision board and you put photographs on it to make your dreams come true. And I realised every single one had come true except for the BAFTA award. So believe in the woo-woo shit, guys. It really works.
Look, like, actors, we're just the icing on the bloody cake. The developers are the cake. Thank you to every single one of you. Bloody hell. And thank you to my amazing cast, and thank you to so many of you in this room who are my friends for life. I love you all. I love video games. Yay. Thanks.
We are here, guys. We've made it to the final award of the night, the big one, Best Game. And to present it is a developer known for his uncompromising passion for games and putting players first. As the creative force behind one of the most successful RPGs of all time, with Baldur's Gate, he has redefined what cinematic role-playing games look like. Please welcome BAFTA winner Sven Vink.
I'd like to personally congratulate all of the nominees tonight. All of these games, they excel not in just one area, but also across the board. On top of it, they are also incredibly diverse, both in terms of their genre, their mechanics, and their themes. They're a testament to the richness of our industry, and each of them defines excellence and acts not only as a celebration of all we can achieve, but as inspiration to both established and emerging developers. The nominees for Best Game are
What the?
To the architect, every idea starts with a single line, springing forth from our ambition and ending at the edges of our imagination.
Nervous for them. 1 second. I don't want to break it because you keep it afterwards. It's important. And the winner is Clair Obscur Expedition 33.
Wow, okay. Thank you so much, and sorry in advance for the French accent. Your accents have been incredible tonight, by the way, so very impressive. Anyway, Thank you to the BAFTAs first for this reward, and thank you so much to all the people here, but also all the people who either watch from home or from wherever who worked on this game. It was a tremendous team effort from a lot of different people, so thank you so much to everyone who contributed, and in particular the fantastic team at Unfold Interactive. So thank you to all of you and more. And we have thanked our players enough, but we will thank them again. We really, really, really love you. We just want to share something as a team. We received so many beautiful messages from people who got helped through the game, through hard times, and I think it really gives meaning to everything that we do. And I just want to say thank you to the entire community of game industry. Sometimes it's very harsh, but know that your work changes lives, and it's really, really, really real. So thank you so much to the players, to all of you, to everyone who contributes happily to this gaming community and to the game dev community. Most of the devs we have met are incredibly nice people and good people, so we love you all. Thank you to the players, thank you to all of you, and have a great night. See you.
And there you have it. What an evening celebrating the very best of the games industry. Thank you again to all of our partners for your continued support, as well as our generous sponsors. BAFTA is also honoured to partner every year with the London Games Festival. And of course, a huge thank you to all of you for being here tonight, whether in real life or watching online, as well as a big congratulations once again to our nominees and our winners. And to BAFTA, thank you so much for trusting me with this honour as someone who has come from literally... Thank you. Literally talking to a wall in my living room, hoping for the best and hoping that people would listen. Tonight is one of the greatest nights of my life and my career. Now, who's coming to the afters? Good night.